Hey guys, welcome to the Online Zone right here on Card Player TV. I'm your host, Julio Rodriguez, and I'm joined here today by OPOY leader, Shaun F. Deeb. How you doing, Shaun?
Not bad, Julio.
All right, Shaun, I'm glad that you made the trip down to our studio. I know the last time we talked was at the PCA, but things have gone very well for you online since then. You went through pretty much one of the hottest streaks, I think it was 8 days, 9 days, where you took down 6, 7 tournaments. You want to explain what the hell's going on there?
I just decided to run really good when it mattered at the final table of all those big tournaments.
Yeah, speaking about that, in 2009, you scored 13 final tables, and you've won 8 of them. Now, when you get down to the final table, what is it about your game that usually propels you to the victory?
Usually by that stage, I've set a very good table presence where I'm raising every pot. I'm going to be in control. I am the aggressor in most pots. People are playing pots just me versus them and not just everyone versus everyone else. So because I get that interesting dynamic, I win such a high frequency of the pots without showdown that I can accumulate a lot of chips when everyone else is just folding.
Now, is it pretty much a go big or go home mentality? I mean, you got so many tournaments going on at the same time that it's like, has the plays become automatic for you? And if you fizzle out in 15th, it just happens, and if you pick up a pot, you win it. I mean, is that just the way it goes?
Honestly, half the time I make a decision, I don't even know if it worked or not, because the way I set up my tables, I'll have them stacked sometimes or hidden, so I'll just make a decision and come back either have more chips or I don't. That way I never really get bogged down by results or winning or losing a flip or how the board runs out. I just ignore it completely.
I'm sorry, that's just incredible to me that you could not watch the end result of a hand as it goes down.
Why would that matter to you?
Do you ever, like, put aside, like, the big tournament of the day and, like, put it on a separate screen? I mean, I'm not familiar with your setup, but do you ever just, like, pay a little bit more attention to one tournament over another?
Well, yes, but first off, I use mostly my laptop with one screen, so it surprises everyone I know. And so, during the scoop with some of the big high roller events, yeah, I had those on the side. Don't necessarily make them bigger, but I will know exactly what that table is and make sure it's at view at all times. And I'll try to follow the action on that table to pick up reads while just autopiloting my other tables. But like if I'm at a final table and playing regular tournaments, if it's stars, I'll have it to the side. If it's full tilt, it's a blue background and it automatically attracts enough attention as it is.
I'm just amazed by your thought process when it comes to this. You are the reigning 2-time tournament leaderboard champion on Stars. The year before that, you finished 3rd. So you're known for your high volume. I mean, it's pretty safe to say that, Shaun Deeb plays a lot of tournaments, So I find it so hard to believe that you don't have, like, 8 monitors in your house and, like, you're just constantly going back and forth?
Oh, it was basically because over the last few years, I've been traveling constantly, playing live tournaments, so I'm very rarely home or in the same spot for a long period, so it's too hard to travel with those stuff. So I just became accustomed to playing solely on my laptop and figuring out ways to play up to 30 tables on that and still be comfortable.
Now, I want to talk about the second place resident right now is Steve G. Boro, 780 gross. Steve finished second last year to Alex Camberis. He's second this year. He's only behind by 50 points to you. But it seems that you guys have been not only getting deep in tournaments, but getting deep together in tournaments. If you look, recently at the Sunday Million, you guys were at the same table, I think, with three tables left.
Yeah.
And he outlasted you in that one. But then 4 days later, you beat him at the final table of the Absolute tournament of the 1K. So do you ever see an OPOY person across from you and think, it'd be nice to outlast that person?
Well, with him, me and Steve are close friends, so there's always jabbing. We always like to beat each other in pots because we play all the same tournaments, we play a lot of high volume, and we're both really, really solid players. So when we're at the same table, we're going to clash a bit, and it's always fun because we can always discuss strategy and put each other to tough decisions.
Do you guys play a similar style of poker?
At some stages, yes. At other stages, no.
Because if you look at the history of the Online Player of the Year race, you have Isaac Barron, then you have Alex Camberis, and now you or whoever goes on to win this. That's pretty distinct styles of playing. I mean, is online poker really that diverse where, any style can be the right style dependent on the situation?
Oh, well, I think it also has to do with the style of the average player adjusting during those years. If you look at the average million field 2 years ago compared to now, it's such a different style. Therefore, a different style is going to be most successful and most profitable. So that's why for a time you saw some really, really laggy players win a bunch of majors because everyone's playing super, super tight. So you get to see as the average player style fluctuates, different playing styles become most prominent and most successful. So you're going to see those type of people winning the most events.
So Alex Camberis last year, a little tighter than the average online player. Yourself, maybe a little looser, or how would you describe
I would
yourself?
compare to AJK, definitely looser pre-flop for sure.
Okay, and you feel your strengths are post-flop, so you can get away from...
No, my strengths are definitely not post-flop.
So you're one of those push bots?
Effectively, yes, because I think it's very, very profitable. You basically can do things that you know 100% sure are profitable no matter what your opponent does. And I'm a big fan of finding exploitable things or unexploitable things and just having fun with them.
Now, it's safe to say that you've reached the upper echelon of online poker. But yeah, we still see you in these $5 rebuys, these $10 freeze-outs. What are you doing in those tournaments? I mean, are you a glutton for punishment? Do you just really like getting in there?
I actually enjoy those tournaments more than anything. It was a recent one of my deep runs. I was like chipper to the 1K and chipper to the 3 rebuy at the same time with like 100 left in the 3 rebuy, 20 left in the 1K, and I was having more fun in the 3 rebuy because what I do is no thinking involved, and I know full well that I'm going to win every other pot during that tournament without getting messed with. So I have so much fun running over a table. I have so much fun winning a huge field. It's so much fun to be raising million chips. Like, I love little things like that.
Now, enjoyment aside, are those smaller tournaments to reduce variance, the cost of buy-ins for the bigger ones? I mean,
not at all. I just enjoy those.
And they help with the TLB.
Yeah, they have some TLB value, which I think I'm going for this year. I'm like 90% going now.
Yeah, last time I talked to you, you said you weren't going to go for it. You're going to take a year off. I mean, third, first, and now, I mean, that's got to be, half your life in front of a computer screen.
Yeah, until about, honestly, 3 weeks ago, I wasn't going to. But after the sick run I had online, most of my wins were on PokerStars, were huge fields, big TLB scores. I put up my best monthly score, and I kind of looked at the scores. I was like, no one really is standing out and playing tournaments and going for TLB. Last year there was a couple people. Every other year there's been a couple people running from the start. This year I feel like a couple 180 grinders, but they will never be able to compete with the scores I'll put up. So it should be an easy win again, and it's a really, really nice package from PokerStars. And
you'll get to play in the, what's it called, the team championship?
You're not actually guaranteed a spot in the World Cup.
Oh, really?
I've had to play in the last 2 years, and I still have a chance to be in next year. My first year was actually from my 3rd place finish at TLB, so I still have a chance to play in for next year regardless.
But you played with Tyler, I believe.
Yeah, Tyler was the captain of the team that year.
I actually met Tyler in college.
Really?
I don't know.
Go Florida
Gators.
guys.
Yeah. So you've won $478,000 in OPOY qualifying tournaments. I know you look at that number and you're like, that's completely off. That has nothing to do with my regular score or anything. But, I mean, the money's been nice, right?
Obviously, it's been a sick run. I couldn't be happier with how things have been going.
I mean, you could be Steve Gross and only play 3 tournaments a month and happen to win them.
He plays a lot of
I'm
tournaments.
just joking. He doesn't quite Shaun Deeb the tables, but...
Well, there's no one who does, so you can't really call him out for that.
Now, are you going to take a couple months off for the series, or are you going to play simultaneously?
Oh, I if you saw last year, I played all 19 events and did amazing in all of them. And then I busted in time for the nightly 150 most nights, so I was able to grind online. I definitely did a good combination.
Now, last year, I mean, you're joking. Your live play has not quite been as successful as your online play.
Pretty much as successful as my online play has been is how unsuccessful my live play has been. It's been pretty much going the same way at the same rate. It's pretty interesting.
I remember reading a bust-out hand of you at the Borgata 3K. You want to go over that a little bit? I mean, just to epitomize what your live play experience has been like.
I just got in about 500 big blinds with the set versus an overpair and a backdoor flush draw.
Of course.
That was fun.
Do you find that's happening a lot to you? I mean, is it just that how good you're running online is just how bad you're running, or is it just a matter of not adjusting correctly?
Oh, it's obviously a combination of both. There's no way that I could have the lack of results I've had live without having some leaks. But I still feel like my other technicalities are strong enough to overcome those leaks and still be a profitable player.
So are you willing to go on a limb right now and say 2009 Shaun Deeb's going to win a bracelet?
Why not? I'm running good enough.
Why not? All right, Shaun, I'd like to thank you for coming in and making that bold prediction. I'd like to thank you guys for watching the Online Zone right here on Card Player TV.